Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk a little bit about a story that's been circulating, and it's out of DeKalb County, Georgia, and it's a sad story in itself, and it's the story of the 2-year-old missing toddler, Josiah Mitchell. Now, supposedly, he was with his father, and supposedly some men came up and accosted them, tried to rob him. He didn't have what they were looking for, supposedly. They took his son instead. Now, come to find out, this is the father right here, 23-year-old Artavius North. He made the whole thing up, a la Carly Russell style. And like Carly Russell, he got the same charges, making false statements and filling out a false crime report, and he's locked up right now. He knows where the baby is, but he won't say nothing. Now, he's acting like he don't know anything. The baby was with him, got in the car with him, drove off. All of a sudden, he comes back, the baby's gone. There's a big search for this child. They're draining ponds. They're checking landfills. I want to give you an update of what's going on. And I want to talk a little bit about this gentleman up here as well. But go ahead and take a look at this video excerpt from the news. It's about 4 minutes long. Watch the whole thing, guys, and then we're going to come back and talk about some key things that I saw in that video. Check it out.
A missing toddler leads police to this landfill and a lake. This as the father has since been taken into custody. Thanks so much for joining us today. For Fox 5 News at 4, I'm Christine Spiro. The search for little Josiah Mitchell is now well into its second day and has taken a grim turn. Part of that search led investigators to the Griffin landfill on Shoal Creek Road, where detectives searched for any sign of the missing child, and an East Point apartment complex where police are now draining a lake. Authorities have charged Josiah's father with lying about his son's disappearance. DeKalb police say the child was not kidnapped, as the father first told them. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes has been following the story all afternoon for us. She's live from the East Point apartment complex, where police are draining that lake. Deidre.
Yeah, this has been going on now, Christine, for about 3 hours or so, with police arriving here at around 1 o'clock this afternoon, coordinating this effort, which began officially at around 2 o'clock with the beginning of the draining of this lake, as family members of Josiah Mitchell standing by on scene to see what the outcome is of this search. Of course, everyone here we talked to praying that this child is indeed not found here this afternoon. East Point Police, now the lead agency in the search for Josiah Mitchell. They say that they're leaving no stone unturned as they search for this little boy.
That's your fresh blood. That's your blood. Give us something. I'm not trying to say you got anything to do with it, but it was in your hands last. Let's let them know something, man.
Josiah Mitchell's family members gathered nearby as East Point Police and city water crews drained the lake on the grounds of the Elite at Lakeview apartment complex on Lakeview Place. The operation underway as the 2-year-old's father sits in jail, now charged with lying about the child's disappearance. Late Thursday, DeKalb police announced the child's father, 23-year-old Artavius North, was arrested for false statement and false report of a crime. East Point PD is now the lead agency in the search for the missing child, and we are learning more about why his father now faces charges. DeKalb police now say Josiah's father was lying when he reported the child was kidnapped by armed men as he was leaving this apartment complex on Flat Shoals Road Wednesday night. Police say there was no armed robbery or kidnapping committed in DeKalb. Josiah's grandfather is urging North to tell investigators what happened to the boy.
Somebody got some answers, man. Just please say something, man. Ain't number 2 years old. Ain't number 2 years old. No, what's going on? None of that.
Investigators are now focusing their search on the East Point complex, where North lives with his girlfriend. East Point police say the boy spent the night with his father Wednesday.
Josiah Mitchell has spent the night with his father on the 16th. That was the last time that he was seen. The father's phone was pinged in East Point. So his last known location was in East Point. He never made it to the cab. He reported there was an armed robbery, that the kid was kidnapped, but that was false.
As Josiah's family watch search efforts underway, they cling to hope the little boy will be found safe. And you're looking now at flyers that the family is posting here in this area as they search for Josiah, still holding out hope that this child is perhaps holed up somewhere, that someone is holding him, begging that he be returned unharmed to them. At the same time, we were told by police that they are going to stay out here as long as it takes today to drain this lake, search this lake, everyone hoping that the child will not be found here under these circumstances today. We'll stay out here until we learn of the outcome here and have an update for you starting at 5 o'clock.
All right, guys. Little boy's been missing since Wednesday, Josiah Mitchell. And community's in shock. Family's torn up. In the video, you seen the grandfather. He was pleading to the Mr. North, the father. Say something, man. People have a right to know. That little boy is somewhere. If he's alive, he don't know nobody. It's a nightmare for him. Say something. This right here is the same scenario with the young lady that was the little girl that was in Detroit. And the boyfriend took the baby and wouldn't tell where she was. This is the same type of scenario, except this is his child. I don't understand what's wrong with people. I don't. First thing I noticed in the video was his mugshot. Look at his mugshot. I don't want to sound grim or anything like that, but I honestly believe they are draining that lake for nothing. That little boy is not there. This is a dumb criminal, but he's smart enough not to dispose of the body of that child in the lake. And I do hope he's alive. But I mean, it really looks grim at this moment. Does that look like the look of a concerned father for his child in a fictitious robbery and kidnapping that this asshole made up? Look at his fucking face. That's a jail mugshot. Nobody wants to be in jail, but he got that stupid, stern look on his damn face. No concern for his son. You know why? Because he know he already did something with that boy. I don't care what you tell me. There need to be certain loopholes in the law that when it all points to you and you ain't talking, they'll make you talk. This is a life. 2 years on this planet. Don't know anything and can be anything. And to have it destroyed for somebody whose life is already shit. And they feel as though because I made the baby, I can do whatever I want to fucking do. It don't work like that. Natural law don't work like that. Stuff like this need to get fixed. This goes back to what I tell you. Everybody that wear the same fucking jersey color as you ain't on your fucking team. This man killed his own goddamn kid, or he did something to the child to where everybody else out there that love this boy more than him is in peril. I'm going to tell you another thing. I think this is something personal. This is a personal action he did. Maybe he had a falling out with the mother, or maybe she did something he didn't like. This stuff like this, crimes like this, when guys do stuff to innocent children that they know love them, is usually something personal. And I think it is. How can you sit up there as a man, sit comfortably in jail with them bogus ass charges that they can't keep you in there with them charges? He got a look on his face like he know they not gonna find that baby no matter what they do. Think about that. He feels as though whatever he did with little Josiah, he know he not gonna get caught. They have no body, they have no proof. That's what his face say to me. Fuck that. Until we find a baby, your ass won't get out of jail. But you know, the laws ain't cut like that. Ain't no damn way as a man I'm sitting up in jail or sitting anywhere where people are reporting this and it's national news. My child is making national news from me being a liar and everybody knowing that it points to me about his whereabouts and what happened to him. You got fucking police and strangers out there right now looking in a fucking lake, a dirty ass lake, hoping they don't find your kid, or a nasty ass landfill, a garbage dump, and you sitting there with your mouth closed because you don't want the ultimate sentence for what you fucking did to your own goddamn kid. That's embarrassing. What kind of men do we have out here? Who's raising these motherfuckers? Seriously, who's raising this type? And it's a lot of them out here. The whole dynamic of what it is to be black and having pride in yourself and excellence and elevation as a community and a race of people in this fucking country is going in the fucking toilet. It is. That baby did not deserve any of this that's happening. He spent the night over your house, probably happy to be with his dad. And now look at this fucking outcome. Let me tone down for a second. Do you notice that the police are out there doing something, guys? Here's a baby missing, a black baby. And you got all type of white police officers, all these other police officers out there doing their job. They're draining lakes, spending money, manpower, taxpayer dollars, trying to bring this little boy home. All the while, in Charlotte, the Mecklenburg police ain't doing shit for Alicia Watts. You ain't seen no public display of them even searching for them. And I got a story about that coming up too, but I want you to pay attention. DeKalb County, Georgia doing something. Hoover, Alabama doing something, did something. Even though Carly Russell's an idiot, they did something. Alicia Watts over a month ain't did shit but talk one fucking time and argue over what the definition of a person of interest is. It looks grim, guys, when it comes to this little boy, and it's sad. Do I hope he's found? Yes. But I mean, as these updates come up, I'll report on it. But I mean, it looks very bleak right now. And I don't mean to sound insensitive. I'm just on the outside looking in. I know the family's going through it. I know they're going through it. There's a lot of other families going through it. I mean, stuff like this is hard to report on. I'm being dead honest. You know, that's why I do my live streams where we laugh it off. But this is hard. But these topics got to be talked about. They got to be addressed. They got to be brought to light, because if not, if it stays in the darkness, it'll never be seen, and it spreads like the disease that it is. There's a huge cancer in the black community, and we got to start cutting this shit the fuck out. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Take care.